Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to do a video today where I just kind of give you guys a full update on how our recovery has been going. It's been officially 4 months since our accident and I cannot believe that. It feels like time has gone by so slow, but also it feels like the accident was just yesterday and so much has changed. I feel like I've been learning so much lately and I feel like my heart is changing in a lot of ways and my body's changing for the good in a lot of ways. So I just wanted to give you guys some updates because I definitely haven't been sharing, daily updates like I was in the beginning, just because, we are getting better and I don't want to annoy anybody with like too many updates since the accident anymore. But I thought I could just come on here and give you guys the full scoop of what's been going on. And I just really realized when we went through this accident 4 months ago that so many people are dealing with such hard things and so many people have dealt with such hard things and traumatic things in their life. And that is one reason I'm really thankful for this experience, because I feel like I am able to be more compassionate and understanding towards people that are going through really, really hard circumstances, because I have now also definitely been there. Also, I feel like this video is going to be helpful because now that I haven't been documenting as much about our recovery, I feel like this will be a nice thing to like look back at and be like, this is where I was 4 months after the accident. So it's like a little diary for myself and for your guys' entertainment. I want to start off with talking about some of the physical updates because a lot has changed in the past month. I went from being completely bedridden for about a month and a half to, being in a wheelchair for about maybe a month, and then I was using my walkers and crutches and a cane, and now I am officially walking all on my own. The only time I still use my cane is if I know I'm going on like a long walk, which I don't normally do, but if we like go grocery shopping or something, I'll bring my cane. But it is crazy, like every single morning when I wake up, I'm not even joking you, I cannot believe I can just swing myself out of bed and like walk to the bathroom. It's so insane because I just remember so clearly what it was like to have to call my mom into my room, her wheelchair me to the bathroom, and go through that whole process every time I needed to get up. That is one thing I will never ever take for granted, truly, is just being independent again and being able to do things on my own. Another thing I wanted to update you guys on is my leg mobility. So this was one of the hardest parts of this whole accident and injury, was that my leg, basically, since I broke, say this is my femur, this is my hip, I broke my femur and my hip, I lost mobility to like bend my leg like normal. Is this a bad comparison? I just don't feel like lifting my leg all the way up. Basically, at first I couldn't bend my leg at all, and then I could bend it a little bit like that, and then I had to bend it 90 degrees or else I would have had to get it like manually, forcefully broken up the scar tissue by a doctor. And remember, I was very scared about that. Ready? This is how much I can bend.
It's not quite 90. Keep it going. That's 90.
But on my own in this position, that's really good.
It is very good. Keep going. A little more. 90.
I think I posted a vlog on the day I found that out. But now my leg is still not 100% mobile, so it doesn't bend all the way. It's kind of stuck at like this position, which is still really good. I still have about like 30 more degrees to go. Let me see if I can just show you guys. That's where it's stuck currently. But it doesn't really affect much. It really just affects the fact that I can't squat down. Like, you would be surprised at how often you need to like just quickly squat down to like pick something up, or like get on your knees to like grab something under your bed. I cannot do that. I cannot be on my knee, like putting pressure on my knee, and I can't fully squat down. So that's where we are right now. Another physical update would be that I am completely off my pain medicine, which has been a wild ride. I'll get into that once we kind of get into the emotional side of things, but I am so happy to be off pain medicines. I was on them for almost 4 months and I was so sick of having to take them. They're just not good for your body. They are extremely addicting, and I just wanted to be off of them, but also I didn't want to be in a ton of pain, so it was kind of a hard situation to be in. But I am officially off pain medicine. I do take like extra strength Tylenol at night if I am feeling like extra in pain, but mostly the thing that has helped me a ton has been like CBD products, and it's a natural kind of like pain reliever, so that has been amazing. The one thing it doesn't really help with is bone pain, like deep aching bone pain. And if you've ever broken a bone or gotten into a horrible accident and had like bone trauma, you know bone pain is like no other type of pain. It's horrible, but luckily I only have bone pain like every few days, and it will just be like very intense for like a few hours and then it usually goes away. So that has been very nice to not be in constant pain anymore. Another thing that has been really nice is that my body is finally like regulating itself again, because after the accident, I don't know if this is TMI or not, but after the accident, I think I did not poop for 12 days. I think it was 12 days, because after your body goes through so much trauma, you're on so much pain medicines. I was on morphine, fentanyl, Dilaudid, oxycodone, like all of that. So my body just went totally out of whack. It was just horrible. So every time I take a normal bathroom trip, I am so grateful, because that was heck. It was really heck. And also my period is back to being normal, because that was all out of whack too, because I was on birth control for a few years, and then after the accident I had to totally get off birth control, and then I was wondering, when is my period gonna come back? It's back, it's normal, it's like on a schedule now. I've actually been using a period app, like a period app, and I tried so many. This is not sponsored, but it's just called PD. I think it's called Period Diary. That's what that stands for. But it's just like a really cute, simple little app. And if you are wanting to get off birth control and like still track your cycle and all that stuff, I would definitely recommend it, because I tried a lot of them and they were just like so confusing and so many pop-up ads, and I was just like, I can't do this. I was also mentioning to you guys on Instagram stories that I found a thing that changed my period life, and that is a period cup. And I was gonna make a whole video about this, but honestly I think that's like too short of a topic to make a whole video about. But I have been using a menstrual cup, and it's the best thing ever. If you are grossed out by menstrual cups, don't be. It is so amazing. And the reason I even tried it was because since I'm on blood thinners, my period is horrendously heavy. So I tried out the menstrual cup and I am never turning back. I've used it for now, I think 3 periods, and it is amazing. It also helps with my cramps. I've 100% noticed that. There's a ton of videos about menstrual cups and like how to put them in and all about them, so definitely do your own research, but I would definitely say to try it out, and don't be weirded out by it, because it's all normal and natural. Every girl has their period. I'll also give you guys a little overview on how the scars are looking. So here they are in all their glory. They are healing so well, and I am very thankful for that. And then here is the one on my hip. That one is definitely still the biggest, but it's just so crazy that my leg has healed so much in 4 months. So that's the last thing I wanted to mention for our physical recovery. Now let's go into the emotional side because I have a lot to talk about when it comes to my emotions. Let's talk about pain meds because is this a sensitive topic? I was going to say it's a sensitive topic, but so many people have been telling me how their close friends have gotten into an accident or like had a surgery, and then after that they get addicted to their pain medicines. I had heard that my whole life, but then a lot of people were telling me like, just be careful because so-and-so, like their life went down the drain because they got addicted to their pain medicine. And I was definitely on addictive pain medicines. I was on oxycodone, I was on tramadol when I was in the hospital, I was on a million other ones. But I never felt addicted to them, or I never felt like the risk of becoming addicted to them. I was just like, that's not going to happen to me. And I was still taking them. About a few weeks ago, I was still on tramadol. I had gotten off oxycodone like a month before. And Marcus was just telling me, you really should try to get off your pain medicine. I just don't want you to become dependent on them, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, babe, I'm not becoming dependent on them. And then he said, okay, just give me the bottle and then I'll give you your pain medicine when you need it really bad or you're in pain. And I just remember like holding on to the pain medicine bottle, like, no. And then I was like, oh shoot, am I becoming super dependent on these? Because I did not want them to be out of my sight, out of my care. So I think that kind of made me realize like, wow, these things are actually addictive and they do something to your brain that makes you be scared to be without them, because it's totally normal. You as a human don't want to be in severe pain ever. So these are the one things that help you not be in pain. Duh, you're going to want them and you're not going to want to be without them. And I'm not saying I was addicted, but it definitely made me see that I was scared to be without them, and that made me realize that I don't want to be on these substances anymore. So I had been going lower doses, and then I finally just completely cut it off. And that was the worst week ever. I was definitely having horrible withdrawal symptoms, and it was pretty bad. It just made me feel really depressed. It made me feel like just so off. Do you know those times when you just don't feel right? Like your body just feels so out of whack and you don't feel like comfortable in your own body. It's like you just know something is weird going on inside of you. That's exactly how I felt. And I wasn't getting any sleep just because of that feeling of feeling off. But now that I'm not on them, I feel so much better and I just feel like a sense of relief. Kind of. Another thing that Marcus and I have been dealing with really over the past 2 months, and it's gotten a lot better recently, but anytime there would be like big changes of things going back to normal since the accident, it would be really hard for us. For example, we had a physical therapist that would come every Tuesday and Thursday, I think, and he would just really showed that he cared about Marcus and I. And over the 3 months that he was helping us, we just became friends and we like really enjoyed his company. And one day after our physical therapy session, he told us like, guys, today is my last session here and I've like loved helping you guys. And I immediately felt like I was gonna cry. Marcus started telling him how he really showed us Jesus's love because he was just so kind and caring, but also just like gentle and sweet. And then you know how when you feel like you're gonna cry, so you start like biting your lips so hard so that you don't cry? I started doing that. I was like, and then I just started crying, and then Marcus started crying, and then we just felt so silly because, you know, this guy works on a million different people, and maybe people get emotional when he has to like stop working with them, but it honestly was so sad because it was like he was our last constant in our life of someone checking in on us and making sure that we were doing okay. Because, you know, first Marcus's family was here, my family's here. My mom was here for over 2 months every single day. Our physical therapist was here after still everyone had left, but it was still someone coming and checking in on us and helping us. Marcus actually made a perfect comparison. He was saying how he feels like a little baby bird in the nest that's scared to fly, and everyone has already flown out, but he knows he has to jump, but he's scared to, and it's really sad. And that's exactly how we just felt, kind of just like, wow, we're back on our own, and we're gonna have difficulties, but we're on our own and we have each other, but it's time to get back to real life and work. And I think that's something that was really scary for us, and it was definitely really emotional and something that I don't think we expected, because when you go through something like that and it alters your life so much for a period of time, it almost feels really foreign to go back to how your life was before, and you feel scared and you feel like unequipped. It just feels like your normal life is like a foreign, distant life that you haven't lived in so long. So I'm curious if you guys feel the same way, that have gone through something tragic or traumatic or hard in your life, because that was definitely something I didn't really expect. I don't think I ever told you guys this, but when I was in the hospital, I was so overly emotional and so just like brain fried and so thankful to be alive. I couldn't come to God. So, like, if I even think about God saving me, because he did, I would just start bawling my eyes out. I couldn't listen to worship music. I couldn't do anything without sobbing, and I didn't want to reach that emotional state while I was in the hospital. So I feel like a lot of the time I just spent distracting my mind so I didn't have to think about, you know, the things that would make me cry, even if it was a good cry or a bad cry. I just didn't want to feel any feelings. I just wanted to like be numb, basically. And then I started journaling when I was in the hospital, and that was really good, but I never truly started to process my emotions because I was too scared to. And that has been something I've been struggling with lately. Was I've just been feeling guilty because I felt like I still hadn't processed those emotions and just hadn't even processed what had really happened. Like, me and Marcus kept talking about how, yeah, we got hit by a car. It almost just sounded like words, but we hadn't really processed what we had gone through and the PTSD that it had caused. And really the past month, I felt like God has been calling me to go deeper with him. And it's been weird because it's come up in so many ways of just like, I know God is telling me that he wants to use this experience for me to go deeper with him, And I was like, okay, what does that even mean? I don't know what it means. And it was overwhelming me, and I still wasn't doing anything about it. And so finally I was like, you know what? I'm going to give my mornings to God now. I'm going to wake up, and the first thing I do is spend time with God, no matter if it's 30 minutes or 2 hours, whatever it takes. I want to go deeper with God because I know that's what he is asking of me. So the past month, maybe a little less than a month, I have been doing that, and it has been so life-changing. And just finally being able to sit with God and kind of just process all of these emotions and bad emotions, good emotions, sad emotions with him, and just learning how he is using this experience to change our lives and change the lives of other people. And that has been the biggest thing that I've taken out from this whole experience, is just finally letting go of my fear of processing this whole situation and really just diving deeper with God. And I've been learning so much, And I'm just so thankful that I finally was able to, you know, pass that like barrier that I had in my heart and just like let the tears flow and start to process everything. And I just want to let you guys know, if you are going through a really hard time and you almost feel too scared to like open the door to God because you know a floodgate of emotions is going to come out, then I really, really want to encourage you right now to do that and just give God the best part of your days, and it will seriously, seriously change your life. That's all I gotta say about that. So I think that wraps it up for this video. I just wanted to give you guys a full update of what's been going on, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave any comments down below of things that you've been through, that you've been learning lately, or whatever it is. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and just thank you guys for being here. So many of you have been here since my first video, and a lot of you guys have just started following me along since this accident. I really am thankful for you, and I love you, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye.